on the stage at Gamesforum San Francisco with the brilliant Mike Lee, who is Senior Manager, Creative Product Marketing at Jam City. Thanks so much for taking the time today, Mike.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So I kind of wanted to dive into a few questions here. So first of all, we're in an era of rising user acquisition costs and increasing privacy regulations as well. So how does Jam City sort of adapt its creative strategy to maintain effective engagement? What are your thoughts on that?
There's two things. We will look at the competition. We'll see, how do specific ads apply to our games? Do they have similar creative aspirations? Do they have similar product aspirations? And at the end of the day, right, like our games are generally very unique. Unique in that they have their own user profile, their own audiences, their own set of pros and cons, et cetera. And so we have to work on the marketing side within those constraints. And I think a key thing is how do you adapt a top performing ad, right, in the space, but make it specifically for your product, right? Our products, right, they have their own unique profile in terms of new user monetization, what they monetize on, how early they monetize on that. And that data helps inform like the style and the way that we highlight creatives and the images and all the characters or whatever, right, in order to kind of match that aspiration. So let's say, for example, like in Disney Emoji Blitz, like most of the monetization happens on character collection. So it's like when we make our ads, we'll look at the top performing ads, but we'll really focus it on the characters, right? We'll show an emoji, we'll show the logo of the corresponding character because we really want to associate like, hey, this game is about character collection, even though there's like match 3 elements. So at a top level view, that's an example where someone might just think, I just need to do, copy exactly just a match 3 ad. But match 3 ads, they monetize off boosters. So our game doesn't really, it has boosters as a monetization component, but the biggest part is the character collection. So it's matching the monetization profile for new users in the game with that element, let's say for Disney fans, right, like in the creative ad itself.
And a little bit of future gazing for you here, Mike. What are your predictions for mobile game marketing in the coming years? What are sort of the big disruptors in this space? What are your predictions?
I think, we talked about fake ads, right, and stuff like that on our panel, and that was a topic that was like lightly touched upon. And I think with that, I almost think of like those fake ads almost like as like social media fodder. And I'll use that as an analogy. It's like, right now there's like the whole line like, when we're in the club, we all fam. And how many times like has that been redone by different actors and social media luminaries or whoever, right? But they're all done with their own unique twist, appropriate for that person's brand or that person's audience, right? And I think what you're seeing kind of in the mobile gaming space is like with the fake ads and stuff like that, people trying wildly different ideas, leveraging from outside culture or like popular gaming culture. You see a lot of this stuff, I think, that's really popular, let's say on Roblox. They'll take it into a hyper-casual app. They have the mass awareness and reach, just based on like the bid type goals and stuff like that. And everyone starts talking about that, right, as the new top ad. And I think what that does is like, how do you leverage pieces of that into your creative that makes sense for your ad? I think there's also that collaboration between like, especially if you don't have a license or IP to deal with, you take those components of the ad, you put it into the actual game itself. So all the stuff with fake minigame ads being like bad for retention, bad for ratings and stuff like that. If you put that in the product, right, like then that stuff kind of goes away a little bit, and then you kind of have kind of these new full funnel baked ideas that create new games, right? Like that's a key thing that will move forward, is that collaboration between marketing and product from an early game user perspective that will reach like new avenues, new types of gamers, et cetera. So I think we're going to consistently go through that cycle, just because with less targeting, right, you need in order to reach broader audiences, you need broader product experiences, you need broader marketing experiences, and those things have to align.
Well, Mike, I have to say, I was not expecting in the club we all found, but that was definitely a highlight of my day today. Thank you so much for your insights.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.